Welcome to Health Tips, folks! It's no secret that we spend a lot of time looking for the healthiest foods we can get our hands on at this channel. And some all-star ingredients do always stand out in our studies. As you surely saw from the title of this video, we're eager to talk about olive oil today. Before we dive deep into it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so that you can stay as healthy and informed as ever. Drop your comments below saying I subscribed and we will personally reply to you. Now let's get right into the incredible benefits of olive oil that you can't ignore. Number 1. Loaded with antioxidants. Extra virgin olive oil contains antioxidants, a key staple of dietary health. Antioxidants are critical in your circulatory health and in your resistance to chronic diseases. The extra resistance to heart disease in particular can help to keep you alive and ticking well into your old age. The key role of an antioxidant is to neutralize the impact of free radicals, which damage your body at the cellular level if left unchecked. Free radicals are released during many of the body's natural processes, and the stress they put on living cells is problematic, but is ultimately a part of life. That's precisely why antioxidants, the natural counter to free radicals, needs to be integrated into your diet as much as possible. Consuming olive oil is indeed one of the ways. Additionally, antioxidants reduce inflammation and risk of multiple diseases. Many of the diseases, such as obesity, as well as cancer, are actually further driven by chronic inflammation, which potentially worsens the symptoms of already dangerous diseases. You've probably heard 1,000 different commercials talk about how a new drug or diet reduces inflammation, but the significance of that phrase is often downplayed. While it's true that reducing inflammation contributes to your comfort and quality of life, as you already know, it's not often that the deeper dangers and complications associated with chronic inflammation are given the spotlight. To put it simply, olive oil is good for more than just your joints. Number 2. Rich in monounsaturated oleic acid. Well, truth be told, we all want to avoid fat nowadays, but you know your body wouldn't work right without any fats at all. You indeed need some of that fat for energy production and day-to-day survival. While 14% of olive oil is saturated fat, an impressive 11% is unsaturated, which is great. This is mostly a monounsaturated fat called oleic acid, comprising more than 2/3 of the unsaturated fat, with some omega fatty acids in the mix. Studies have suggested that monounsaturated fats like oleic acid can further reduce the risk of cancer and symptoms of inflammation. This makes them a natural ally of the antioxidants we've already touched on. Number 3. Disease resistance. We've been brushing up against this topic throughout the video, but let's really dive into it now. Extra virgin olive oil is one of the best additives out there for increasing your resistance to chronic disease. Not a common disease or just a few common diseases. No. The health effects of olive oil are well documented, and it's been shown to significantly decrease the risk of several deadly prevalent diseases. One study employed a Mediterranean diet supplemented with olive oil in 418 individuals and found that the participants had a 40% reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. It's believed that olive oil has a beneficial effect on the body's ability to use insulin properly, thus shoring up your defenses against this common issue. Olive oil also reduces the risk of heart disease in general, lowering blood pressure, reducing cholesterol oxidation, and showing positive results on heart health in virtually every study that's been conducted on the topic. It isn't entirely fair to call these positive effects theoretical at this point in time, and the scientific community has largely come to a consensus that adding some olive oil to your diet can and will protect your heart. Olive oil's interactions with Alzheimer's disease also warrant further investigation, as recent studies have revealed that the plaque buildup in the brain seems to be susceptible to common variants of olive oil. More research is needed before this can be taken to heart, but things are currently looking up. Other studies revolving around strokes, an area of study that's well-researched, have been consistently positive. The good news for your brain doesn't stop here either, as a switch from popular trans fats to unsaturated fats have been directly linked to a decrease in depression and anxiety. It's worth noting that this last point could be argued to be a case of correlation rather than causation, but the data that we currently have available is promising and is well worth pursuing further study. Number 4. Promotes organ health. While every organ in your body contributes from generalized health benefits, there are some organs that love olive oil more than others. The heart, liver, and bowels all contribute greatly for moderate ingestion, each for their own reasons. In the case of the liver, monounsaturated fatty acids, mostly the oleic acid mentioned earlier, seem to be instrumental in reducing various common causes of liver damage. A 2018 review of various studies found that extra virgin olive oil may not only prevent liver damage, but might even act to repair a damaged liver under the right circumstances. It would be nice to see further studies corroborate these claims even further. As for the bowels, the changes to microbial makeup in the gut following the consumption of olive oil seem to reduce the risk of intestinal disorders. Notably, irritable bowel syndrome's symptoms seem to be significantly mitigated in subjects who add it to their daily routine. Number 5. Great antibacterial properties. Admittedly, this next tidbit sounds a little strange on the surface. Olive oil has great antibacterial properties, but we are not talking about soap here, so why should you care? Well, give a thought. Where do you think bacteria goes if they happen to get into your food? Olive oil is actually kind of like the soap of the stomach, keeping you just as clean on the inside as you like to be on the outside. Studies have actively pitted olive oil against bacteria commonly associated with ulcers, infections, and even stomach cancer. Ultimately, it was found that even some strains, normally resistant to antibiotics, don't stand much chance against a few drops of olive oil. So, as strange as it may sound, yes, olive oil cleans you from the inside. Take note that the type of olive oil you buy does matter a lot. Do look specifically for extra virgin olive oil when possible, as it has higher concentration of positive nutrients than more refined versions you might find on the shelf. Don't be shy about reading the ingredients list if you're unsure. Olive oil can be used as a dip, a drizzle, a dressing, etc. It tastes great with just about any carb or vegetable you can name. As with any food, we're not necessarily suggesting you add it to every single bite you eat. Too much of anything is a bad thing, and while olive oil is probably the healthiest fat ever discovered, it's still ultimately a fat. But don't let that stop you from enjoying it regularly. Just 2 tablespoons a day will make a significant difference. After all, you have every right to treat yourself as the well-oiled machine you are. Of course, we'll take this last moment to mention that you should be paying attention to what you're putting that olive oil on. Drastically increasing the amount of carbs you eat just so that you can make room for olive oil in your diet could have a net negative effect and we do care about your health. So before any of our viewers run to the store and buy several pizzas just to add olive oil to, we need to say that it's only a healthy additive, not a miracle worker. It would be much more effective to simply add some olive oil to foods you're already eating or weave a healthy salad into your diet now and then. It might sound a little boring, but we believe you'll find it much easier to commit to a new habit when it works well with what you're already doing. Don't forget to check out another health video sharing the top 10 healthiest foods no one ever told you for more healthy food options to integrate into your diet. This has been Health Tips. Remember to like this video if you find it informative and useful, and click the subscribe button to get notified for our upcoming video. And like we always say, your health, your life, your priority. See you, folks!